fire signs. What's going on, y'all? So, this is your February reading for January. I'm sorry, your February reading for 2017. But I will include the last couple of days of January in this reading. Sorry. If my voice is a little raspy, I apologize. Here in Austin, we have a lot of cedar in the air, and I'm fighting cedar fever. So, I will do my best to be audible, and I apologize if I sound kind of graggly. Okay? General tone. Seven of Swords inverted and the Seven of Swords next to one another. Interesting. You also got creativity inverted, and you also got use your wisdom. You know what I hear, and I don't know if anybody's into Shakespeare, but it's like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I feel like it's six eggs in one hand, half a dozen in the other for y'all. You know, you can take or leave most things in February and even into this month. You know, it is what it is. Um, for every great thing that happens, something that's completely and utterly screwed up, you know, pops up on your radar, you know, and I just see a massive jar of fuck it sitting on your kitchen counter and you're ready to take a swig from it because it's been sitting up somewhere in your cabinet just fermenting and getting better and better and better with time. So, I will say this. I feel like a lot of entitlement is melting away for you all right now. You guys are accustomed to being able to be charismatic and charming, and utilizing your wit to get what you want. Don't take that to mean that I'm calling you manipulative, but you are good and you're really good masterminds of being able to manipulate a situation for your personal benefit, but also for the betterment of everyone around you. You know how to Svengali a situation and use Jedi mind tricks in order to get what needs to get done. Okay. But I definitely see where you just have this massive jar of fucking and you're like, so anybody else want some of this here moonshine? Because I'm ready to just let it go. Okay. I also feel like your level of creativity is diminishing. Like you're tired of thinking. You're tired of problem solving. You're tired of troubleshooting. You're tired of having to create. Like I keep hearing book. Like if somebody's writing a book or a short story or plays or anything like that, you're tired of having to think up character development and how these people interact with this next person. You know, it's just like you're over it. You're like, here, somebody else do it. Like I'm tired of trying to save the day mentally. It's exhausting. Know when to throw in the towel, man. Know when to throw in the towel. And I keep getting this for a lot of the signs, which is weird, but I feel like everybody's kind of reaching their breaking point where it's just like, you know what, scrap this. This shit isn't working. So I just knowing when to walk away from certain things is a blessing, right? I'm gonna start with Aries because I keep getting called over here to you guys. Aries, I keep hearing that song. She works hard for the money. You know, like y'all are working your butts off, and you're sitting there wondering like for what. But I feel like in February that for what mentality is about to melt away. You're about to start seeing where your hard work is paying off. Okay, I do feel like it could come in the way of promotions. I have a friend who's in Aries, and and he's in retail. I feel like 9 times out of 10 he's gonna be getting his promotion in February. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Shout out to J Star. Hey sis. But I also feel like it's a time where people are, all areas are gonna be elevated in some regard. Okay. If you're heavily influenced by Aries, expect to be elevated or exalted in some regard. Recognition, outwardly with somebody, saying your name or putting you up for like employee of the month. It can be something as simple as getting like a $500 bonus rewards, from from a retailer that you shop at all the time. But I mean that's simple, but I feel like it's more than that. Elevation in pay, a plaque of some sort. Somehow I keep feeling some feeling of ownership wherever you are within a company. Like it could be like more stock options or something, but You shine. You're being exalted. You're given more clout, more of a position, more of a seat at the table. And not just a seat at the table, because you can have a seat at the table and have no voice. I feel like you're going to have a seat at the table and you'll be the voice that they're listening to. Okay? So the hard work is paying off. It was trying to teach you to be ready how to deal with, quote unquote, the big boys or the big girls. But really look at it from the standpoint of, okay, it was preparing me to get off the bench. So know what you're going to do with it from here on out, okay? It's going to start to manifest itself outwardly for you. Be mindful of conflict. Going back to what I said about sitting at the table and having a voice. Not everybody's going to like what you have to say. Be mindful of your delivery, but know that what you have to say is valuable and pertinent, okay? I'm not telling you to sugarcoat it, but do understand that, a little curtness doesn't hurt every now and then, but it doesn't need to be that way the entire time. You're definitely going to come out on top. I feel like you're going to definitely be able to see things ahead of time. You're going to be a person who's always trying to strive for efficiency, and you're going to be trying to circumvent problems before they hit. Some people will value this, other people won't. Hence, be mindful of conflict, okay? So just understand that going in, that you're trying to go into it with the sense of longevity of how this is going to work long term, and other people are thinking short term on, okay, well, how do we make this, how do we make this pop for right now? It's a difference between somebody who's a one-hit wonder in the music industry and somebody who over time has, a legacy. So keep that in mind, y'all. You're going to be working hard, but and you have been working hard, but you're finally going to be working hard for something that matters to you and where you feel like you're truly getting ahead and getting back into the groove of things and getting back into who you are and getting back into your sense of self. It's like, what I hear is, finally, this is why I started to do this in the first place. I finally get to do what I wanted to do in the first place. Okay? And I'm not saying that you were paying your dues at first. I mean, kind of, but it was more about grooming you, not paying your dues to prove to other people that, okay, I'm competent. More like, we know you're competent, but we need you to be able to hang for the long run. So you got to go through this gauntlet, okay? Enjoy the longevity, enjoy the ride. I'm very proud of you. Mwah. To help you through this, hematite. Keep yourself grounded, connected to your center and to your core. Hematite is also cleansing to the blood. And I feel like sometimes Aries, one of the things that's associated with you guys, physiologically speaking, is weight gain. Like, you guys always have issues with managing your weight. So this is going to help with pulling out toxicity and impurities, from the blood. Okay. Also, if you're not a hematite person, iron pyrite can work too, but hematite is a better choice. It's more gentle and more nurturing, and it won't completely snuff out your flame. Also, amethyst for some clarity. Amethyst. I keep getting drawn up to your third eye. And I tell everybody, clear quartz. I mean, if you carry nothing else, keep a clear quartz with you. Bergamot. Bergamot, and I know a lot of Aries are not really into Earl Grey tea, but the active ingredient in that is bergamot. Bergamot is a catalyst herb, and it helps boost prosperity, wealth, and money. If you're about to start moving forward within a new career path or a new life journey, you always want to have a catalyst that's going to bring in abundance and help maintain it. Bergamot oil or bergamot tea, Earl Grey tea, is one of the best ways to do that. You can take a bath in it. You can sprinkle a little bit on yourself during the morning, whatever. But bergamot is going to be the best thing for you. It also corresponds to the solar plexus chakra, so it's going to help keep your flame going in a gentle way. Because too much of any one thing can always be, to your detriment. All right, Aries. Hope that helped you, babes. Sagittarius. All right. I'm a Sag moon and rising, so I will admit I'm slightly personally vested in this one. Let's see what comes up. The World, the Hierophant inverted, and the Queen of Wands. All right. I feel like Sagittarius is like, I need to sit down and take a break, right? But I also feel like you're looking at the world through new glasses, from a new perspective. Excuse me. I feel like Sagittarius, you know what I see for you all? I see you all being able to, it's like perusing a magazine. You go to the things that you know are going to fill you up and make you feel good or make you feel clear about who you are, but you know how to gloss over everything else on those other pages that normally would tear you down and make you feel like you ain't shit. Like, we've all looked in a magazine and seen this, see the image of what's supposed to be beautiful, or the image of what items we're supposed to like. And you're looking at it and you're like, ew, I don't like that. Or, ew, I don't look like that. Ew, I don't want to be that, I don't want to look like that. That doesn't make me feel good about myself, or that doesn't make me feel like, I'm represented. But then you turn to a couple of pages and you're like, oh, I really like that. You're getting better at being able to go straight to what you know you need, and being able to just pick off or slap away the things that mean nothing to you, or that you know that are inherently, toxic to you. And being able to do so from a very detached standpoint. And more importantly, being unapologetic. That's the key thing here. Sagittarians are known for being tactless, just like Aquarians, and are known for just saying it how, take it how you take it or leave it mentality. But inherently, they don't try to hurt anyone's feelings, because they are also perpetual optimists. And they like for people to get along and have a good time. But I feel like you're getting back to your center and to your core, and you don't care whether or not somebody else likes what you have to say about what makes you feel good about you, and what makes sense to you and your way of living and your being. I feel like you're reawakening your passions, which is part of the reason why your creativity is a little dormant at the moment, because you know that you have to allow yourself to get back at being 110% before you can start creating something that actually needs to be put out there for everyone else. I hope that makes sense. I feel like karmically things are coming into place for you. I feel like you've got good luck. The World is a wonderful card to have in this position, I think, from the standpoint that you're able to move majestically and know that you have, the Most High on your side. But you also know that there's a level of accountability, and it doesn't frighten you. You don't feel like you're impeded upon. Like in the past, if you were doing this, you would feel like it's some type of karmic lesson or debt. Like I have to care about how somebody else, cares about how I see myself. Now you're looking at it from the standpoint of like, no, this is just me having to, the only way I can describe it is this is just me coming into being grown and sexy. Point blank. It's me coming into that and being comfortable with that's where I am in my life. Let's see. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Everything is being restructured. Everything. A lot of your old demons are falling away too. They don't have the same power that they once had over you. All your old vices, an ex-boyfriend that kept popping up and, up and out of the grid, or ex-girlfriend, a parent that may not have been the best person in the world that, was expecting you to take care of them, or, an addiction or old habits, or, anything like that. I just don't see those things getting to you or rattling you like they used to. And you're just like, yeah, no, I can't help you. Or I don't see that you're serious about helping yourself, so I think you need to come back when you're being a bit more serious. Or, somebody's, if you're on a weight loss journey and somebody brings, I saw on the Food Network where some restaurant has a 24-layer chocolate cake. In the past, I would have been like, count me in. Where is this restaurant? My husband needs to take me there now. I love chocolate and I love cake. Now I see that and my stomach is nauseous. Like, my stomach just turns. I'm just nauseous and I'm like, ugh, who in the world would eat that much chocolate? Those types of things, right? And then I laugh at myself because it's like, oh, idiot, you would have eaten all 24 of those layers. Lickety split. Aphrodite's love spell. Romance in February is not at the forefront of your mind. Not saying you won't be getting it in. Not saying that you won't have any level of intimacy with anyone, okay? I just don't see it being in the forefront. It's not driving you. Your sex drive is the last thing on your mind. You're trying to appreciate the moments. Hence, live in the moment. But I see appreciation of the moment. Savoring. It's like savoring that piece of candy. Or savoring your favorite soup. Or savoring, a really good tea. But you're enjoying it. You're enjoying it sip by sip, lick by lick, taste by taste. That's what I see being in the forefront. And that involves your intimate relationships too. But it also involves the moments where you get to sit down and enjoy the ride for yourself through your own perspective and not being weighed down by the notion of other people judging you or how does this impact everybody else around me. Because you know that ultimately, if you're good, they're going to be good. So, it's in a very non-selfish perspective that you're doing these things, okay? And I don't think that this is a good time with the seven of wands inverted. I don't think this is a good time for you to necessarily go back to the drawing board or go back to school or anything like that. This is a time for you to kind of preserve who you are. Cultivate what you've already got. If you are in school, I'm not saying that you can't, still do well. But in February, I think it's about what I already have is good enough. Okay? All right. Sagittarius, I think that salt water is going to be a very good thing for you. And by salt water, I mean taking a saltwater bath with some white flowers in it. Okay? Gardenias, white roses, lilies. If you can get a hold of some lilies, that would be great. But if not, gardenia or daisies or any white flower that you like. The white flowers are going to be good for you. In terms of crystals, lapis lazuli, which is a stone that is linked to Sagittarius. Helps with accessing the Akashic records. Also helps with some spiritual and psychic attunements. Some sources say that it helps with astral projection, so if you're into that kind of thing, there you go. And I also think that your stone for December, blue topaz, would also help you too. Because as you go on this journey, some people may not understand what the hell is going on with you. And you're going to need to articulate it in a manner that those closest to you can be able to receive it. And it's not about them liking it, but they do need to be able to receive it. Okay? And the blue topaz will help with that. Okay? Hope that helped you, my loves. Leo. What it do, y'all? Alright, so you've got Justice inverted, King of Swords, and Temperance. I feel like y'all been trying to be too fair about some shit, and you just need to let the shit be what it is. Nobody's being fair to you in these situations. No one's thinking about you and your well-being. So, kind of like an eye for an eye. I feel like you need to fight fire with fire. I'm not telling you to go in there guns blazing and La Femme Nikita your way out of the situation. What I am telling you to do, in fact, is to go in there diplomatically as much as possible, outlining everything that outlining everything that's transpired and why you feel like you're not being taken seriously or why you're not being appreciated, and that you don't feel that this is the best environment for you to be in. I feel like this could definitely deal with marriages and our relationships of any type of, bonding like that. I feel like it definitely has to do with employment. I'm thinking of one Cancer Leo cuspian right now. Shout out to my girl K-Dub. I think that it's time to walk away before anyone gets hurt. And by anyone, I mean the other side. Because the other party has no clue how long this has been ruminating. I feel like you've been brooding over this for a minute, and you've been trying to be a team player, and you've been trying to push forward, and you've been trying to look at the end game, and you're like, okay, I'm only here because I need to get this, save this amount of money in order to do this, or I'm only doing this because I need to da 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 da. Get that out your system. Because if you keep trying to do it, you're going to go nuclear. And when Leos go nuclear, it ain't pretty. Like, I'm not trying to see the carnage that happens after this, y'all. So I need for y'all to just walk away. Okay? I do feel like you'll need some support in doing it externally. So I think you need to talk it over with somebody that you know who can be a bit impartial or as detached as possible to be able to tell you, okay, well, I agree with you in these ways, but maybe moving forward can, think about handling things this way. Somebody who can tell you or help teach you the tools of being able to navigate the politics of the situation or the policies or something about policies. Also, so that way they can let you know where you may have gone wrong, so that way you can be like, you can check yourself and be like, okay, I can see where maybe that may have, lent to this situation, but that still doesn't mean that you need to stay there. Okay, it's just not a good fit. It's not a good environment. If it is indeed a marriage, I feel like it could be 6 months or so from now where things are like, officially you choosing to either separate or, deciding that you're no longer in it. And I apologize for that. I truly do hope that is not the case, but I just feel like things are hitting the tipping point and something needs to be said about it in February before things get too out of hand, too out of control. If it's a job situation, going back to the marriage situation, I do feel like you all will be able to benefit from marriage counseling, but I feel like too much has happened. And you've lost your sense of self. Like, I don't feel like you're willing to really work. Yeah, great negative habits. I feel like this person is toxic for you. And I don't think that you're willing to work through it anymore. You see it, but you've been trying to put on a brave face. Let it go. Let it go. It's not working. It's not going to break through. And this person is not going to, if you were to go to counseling, there would be no breakthrough because this person would not see an issue with the situation. Like, they're going to try to make you look like you're crazy, and that's not the case at all, okay? If it's a job situation, employment situation, you might have a scenario where somebody's telling you, oh, those things didn't happen, or, oh, you need to get a thicker skin, or that's not the way. No, you're not crazy. And when people tell Leos that they're crazy, that's when y'all like really pop off. So go ahead and type up your resignation letter. Send out some resumes and some applications and just quietly say, yeah, so this is my 2 weeks. And if they ask you, after you've already procured your new place, you can let them know, maybe you should think about, treating your employees with a little bit more dignity or respect, or maybe you should think about, implementing these strategies at another date, those types of things. But yeah, I think you all need to go ahead and transition from the situation that is toxic. Okay? For you, Dag, citrine seems to be the stone. Citrine, carnelian, I keep hearing. That'll help with your money too. Might even get you some extra money, get you some extra coin when you go to your new job. Or if you're trying to leave a situation when it comes to like a relationship, it might help you with being able to financially be able to bear the brunt of whatever you need to take on in order to, you know, go your separate ways. So that means finding a new place to live, or, you know, just moving expenses of any sort, those types of things. Uh, huh. Either blue lace agate to keep you grounded, or aquamarine. Either one of those will help you too, in terms of gemstones. In terms of oils and or herbs, peppermint. Light amounts of peppermint for clarity, clearing all that up. I also feel like y'all are allergic to life right now, and so y'all need something that's gonna help flush out your nasal passages, and peppermint will help do that too. Keep your airways open and everything like that. I hope that helps everybody. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do comment. And I've enjoyed all of your feedback. I'm happy that things have resonated for people. And more to come in the future, in the days ahead. Love and kisses, and keep your gazes forward. Take care, you guys.